Hey guys, welcome to Bioshock Infinite. And I'm here with my friend Jared.
Jared!
Yeah. And I think we're gonna have a fun one. We're basically gonna just mess around. Yeah.
We're gonna have a fun time.
Hopefully. I think I'll play this on hard because I'm an idiot. Like, I played all these on hard. And they're really easy every time. I hope this one's better. I actually feel like it's good.
That's a pretty nice animation.
Is it?
Booker, are you afraid of
Male
God?
voice.
No,
Booker.
but I'm afraid of you.
That's kind of like wimpy.
What? I'm not
Like,
afraid.
I'm not afraid of an all-powerful, all-knowing being, but I'm afraid of a chick with interdimensional doors. Boy.
1912,
Are
Costa
you going
Bay.
to just sit there?
As compared to what? Standing?
Not standing, rowing.
Like, these two are
Rowing.
very
Land
interesting.
on it?
So you
Because they're
expect
always
me to
talking
show
about
us the
the
boat?
variables
No.
throughout the whole
But I do
game.
expect you to do all the rowing.
And
So,
why is
yeah,
that?
look at
Coming
me.
here was your
I don't know.
idea.
When did I play
My
Bioshock?
idea.
I've made it very clear that I don't believe in the
In the
exercise.
game.
The rowing.
On that
No.
flag, it said,
Imagine that's wonderful exercise.
Then what?
The entire thought experiment.
So, like,
Excuse me.
No.
How much
Wait,
longer?
what time period is this set in?
One goes into an
I-
experiment
Well,
knowing
I mean, it's like-
one could fail.
But one does not undertake an experiment knowing one has
when-
failed.
Can we get back to the rowing?
I suggest you do. We're never going to get there.
No, I mean I'd greatly appreciate it if you would
somewhere around
assist.
there.
Perhaps you should ask him. I imagine he has a greater interest in getting there than I do.
I suppose he does, but there's no point in
Maybe
asking
1880.
Why not?
because he doesn't row.
He doesn't row.
It
No.
told us, and we just
Doesn't
like,
row.
and I said it out loud.
I see what you mean.
Completely. Just completely forgot about it as soon as I said it. Something
We've
12.
arrived.
I can't remember, but I
It's
think
either
every
19 or
time
18.
you play the game, it has some of the different variables in it.
What do you mean?
He's
they,
not
They
moving.
talk about variables
will.
and then so each time you
Eventually.
put
Well,
Yes,
every
it
time you
does.
play the game, I think it's slightly different because that's like the whole premise. At the end.
Shall we
Like,
tell
you'll
him
see
when
if
we'll
it-
be returning?
Oh boy, spoilers!
Might give you
Yeah,
some
it's,
comfort.
well, this is a really old game.
That's something we can agree on.
Hey, somebody meeting me here?
I'd certainly hope so.
It does seem like a dreadful place to be stuck.
Dear goodness, who needs sensitivity?
There's someone inside.
I'm just gonna fix that. We'll be back. And here I'll do a fade out, fade in thing, so it'll be really good.
That or you just leave it in.
Are you challenging me to leave this in? Is that what you're doing to me? Because I feel like that's what you're doing. Oh, look how low that sensitivity is. Look how juicy. Look how juicily low that's great.
Horrible.
That's totally what I wanted game.
5 likes, and he'll leave this in.
Shut up.
1 like equals 1 leave in.
One like equals one leave in. It's there's no in between. There's no in between at all. It's just gonna be sensitive.
Kind of reminds me of the game Kenshin. There's a problem with, it's not sensitivity, but it was the music, sound volume. No matter what you do, eventually the sound for the volume resets.
Excuse me. It's Booker DeWitt.
I remember you telling me.
I guess you're expecting me?
So, you'd
And
reset.
this is, I think this is the only character that actually has a face.
Good
What
luck
do you
with
mean?
that, pal.
Like all the other Bioshocks, you never actually see their face.
Ah,
Like DeWitt actually. You can,
Big Daddy and
you
the
get
others.
to, yeah, you get to kind of know who DeWitt is. Wait, no, you do see the first guy's face too. It's like really nasty.
Is anyone here?
Like no one's face.
Hello?
actually looks like that. It's like this deformed boy.
But with the Kenshi thing, the sound would reset, so it'd be really loud,
Right.
you'd lower it and it'd reset. But the thing is, like, each time it reset, the slider would stay the same. So eventually,
It was just the loudest thing.
It would be super loud or off.
Shit.
You'd have to like reset the entire game
That's
every
stupid.
time you want to.
So like turn it up a bunch and then reset it.
And the thing is, yeah. Like the thing is, like if you
So like every time that like the track would play, it would be
there's a
reset.
specific song that did it, and that song only played in a certain area.
Right.
And it was an area I liked being in, but because of that one song, I refused to be in that area. And it starts out loud.
This is off the coast of New York, so I'm guessing that's New York in the distance, or at least somehow New York.
Wait a minute, that card.
Oh boy.
Bum, 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 bum. That's so fun. I like this door.
What in the world is...
My question is like, why do they have like red lights stuck to the bottom of the buildings doing this? Like when you think about it, it seems kind of dumb. They go through all the trouble.
Yeah, for one person to come up.
Well, I mean, I'm sure this is how a lot of people got up, right?
Everybody's like, oh boy, somebody else is coming.
Right. Well, I just, I think most people don't. Like, I think most people in their society just don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah.
They're just kind of like so uninformed that they can live their life without, knowing it. I would attribute it to being basically the same as like medieval peasants. They like live in their little community and they never really get out, so they don't really know how the world works, or they never leave.
Their one town is their
Right, that's their whole life.
kind of like
Make yourself ready, Pilgrim. The
Overlord.
bindings are there at the safe side.
That's a great segue to get into our first topic.
No, God damn it!
Let's wait till he's done screaming about being launched into the air.
Ascension in the count of
He's
5.
freaking out over here.
Count of 4.
No.
3. 2.
Like, why would you have it so
One.
loosely attached to yourself
Attention.
that it's like, oh
Attention.
no, I bent over.
Stay calm.
Gun falls away. Are you serious?
If I ever get
10,000 feet.
Firearm.
for
15,000 feet.
I want a waist holster or an ankle holster.
What's that one?
Hallelujah.
I was seeing a commercial. What's that thing that it rests on? What's this part of your leg? So I can
Like your upper calf? Or like, I don't
calf.
know.
It's not calf.
Well, your thigh, upper thigh.
Thigh, upper thigh. It rests on your upper thigh, like in your pants,
Right?
and then rather than being on
On
your
your
hip, where so if you sit down, the gun's gonna like jab into your leg. But if you sit down with it with this specific holster,
It just kind of is there.
the gun just kind of it flows with your body.
Right.
And there's a specific way of opening it. You like rip it up and it pulls right out of your.
Right.
out of-
I've seen those. Yeah, I've seen those.
I saw that and I was like, it's genius. So whenever I,
That's your plan?
it's like that's my plan. If
There's
I
some
ever
people
need
who
to-
keep like sawed-off shotguns on their thigh. If you're tall
That's
enough,
that's a bit dumb.
that's a little excessive. And plus, I don't like the two. I mean, you have to be so close range. Like, it's so limiting. I'm like, nah. So Overlord.
last chance for redemption.
Calm down. So Overlord, an anime you and me watched a lot of, and you and me both have a lot of interest in. And you were telling me something about it recently. What was that?
The only reason the writer of the book, the light novel books that the anime is based on,
Right.
the only reason he started writing is because he used to be a D&D master and
Dungeon Master,
dungeon
DM,
master. He was a DM
or a GM for those who
GM.
want like that title.
and
Can I get this chair there? There we go.
and dungeon master and player.
Right.
But then his buddy stopped playing with him,
Right.
so he decided to start writing books. Since his friends wouldn't play.
So sad.
And now it's turned into a really good anime. I like it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I remember you saying that like you were like happy that he like his friends left him, so we got to enjoy the greatness that was his anime that he helped create.
I'm sorry your friends left you,
but
I'm
thank
also
goodness.
not. Thank goodness.
Frick is with this color.
So
It's kind of an odd. This is weird. I didn't even see this. This is confession. You confess in an open room to air. That's weird. Like even if this was like Catholic, that's still weird as balls. I'm not for confessions at all. But
same.
that would be like just a room with this chick in it, because I think that's what this is supposed to be. And I think this is kind of like they're Mary, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like she
oh
has.
yeah, because they worship. Because they worship like the founding fathers of America.
Right.
So that's likely some influential person of America.
No, she's the wife of the prophet. This
Prophet.
one.
Who? What prophet? Oh,
Comstock.
Oh, Comstock. Okay.
Right, this guy right here, Comstock. Main dude, big man himself, brought everybody to this place, Eden, they call it.
Eden Prime. Oh wait, wrong game. Mass Effect Andromeda. Why?
You know, I've always found floating candles to be like awesome and interesting, but
I don't like how the entire floor is water. These
that
people would have
actually
bad trench foot.
I think like if I came prepared for it, it would be awesome. Like just really interesting, and you wouldn't have to clean it very often. I don't think. Like you'd probably just need a water filter, wouldn't you?
Yeah, one of the big issues would just be floating stuff.
Right, floating garbage.
Floating garbage. They'd have to drain all the water and then clean up.
No, you just have a skimmer. Just get a pool skimmer. And have like a janitor, but he's just pool skimmer.
Excuse me, where am I?
I think there'd be more trouble in its forest.
Or as close as we'll see till Judgment Day.
This is cool, but also a definite slipping hazard.
Yeah.
Just suing city if this was in America. Just suing all day, every day. People would just even pretend to fall down.
And every year,
Those candles
on
would
this
suck
day
to replace.
of days,
And to
we
clean those
recommit
statues
ourselves
and
to our
wax
city and to our
their
prophet,
hands
Father
all the
Comstock.
freaking time.
We
And if you're walking underneath here and then you just get wax
and the
dripping
gifts
on
of
you.
Hot
faith,
wax
and by
on your back.
submerging ourselves in the sweet water.
I mean, some people kind of like that.
Like the sheer amount of candles, this is like
Has struck down our enemies,
they're probably like burning
and
about
not railed
20
against
candles a
the
second.
sun beneath us.
If you like quantified it, that's how many
If
candles
the
are actually
prophet had
burning.
just railed against the
Like
sun
20 candles a
but
second.
not accept the 3 golden gifts of the
Right on.
founders, it would have been
Kinda
enough.
wasteful.
If the prophet had just accepted the 3 golden gifts of the founders and not prayed for our deliverance,
Oh,
it
look, I didn't
would
know
have
you
been
could see the
enough.
city of this one
If
day.
the prophet had only prayed for our deliverance and not led us to this new Eden, it would have
gross
been
looking.
enough. If the prophet had just led
totally a
us to the
JPEG,
new
but-
Eden and not purged the
Alright, shut up. I've had enough.
Is it someone new? Someone from the Sodom below?
Yes.
Newly come to Columbia to be
baptize me.
washed clean before our prophet, our
This is like
founders,
nice
and our
water, but it's
Lord.
really
I just need passage
reflective, and
into the
that's kinda
city.
weird.
Passage to the city.
I don't see myself.
Brother, the only way to Columbia is through rebirth in the sweet waters of
Or
baptism.
they just didn't think.
Will you be cleansed, brother?
Yeah, I'm just looking to pass through.
all so freaking sponge white. You know, some people are like normal white. These people are sponge white.
Look at food
Weirdos.
here in all this like, cold environment, this water. All the time.
I baptize you in the name of our
love the
prophet,
animation
in the name
in
of
this
our
game. It's
founders,
just like-
and the name of our Lord.
It's actually moderate animation.
I mean, it just
But that, I mean, that's just
because it's
how-
like where
brothers and
other,
sisters.
I mean, like where
But
other
this one
games,
doesn't look clean
there's
to me.
next different character animation. It's I mean, the animation's poor, and in this, the animation in this is also fairly poor.
Right.
But they have the characters in
Who's there?
constant motion to try and like
What do you want?
The really bad looking everything.
It's a really,
Told you.
It looks bad.
Not gonna do
Right.
it.
How can we make it look
Go
not
away.
bad?
to look well, not
Constantly
less
move.
bad.
Constantly move.
Generally, I think constant movement is kind of just everyday thing in like real life. Like you just don't notice it. But everything's constantly moving. So when something's really still, you like a person is really still, it's frightening. Have you ever seen a person just not move for a very like a 30-second period?
That idiot priest needs to learn the difference between baptizing a man and drowning one.
A sword of gold.
Oh man, just seeing
Need to find a
those
landmark
three
and figure out where the
in
hell I am.
positions like that.
Sexy Benjamin over here.
Sexy Benjamin.
Of gold so that Eden might have
I need more
illustrated
sexy Benjamin in
Our
Washington
prophet
in my
fills our
life.
Yeah, I
lungs
know
with
what you're
water,
talking about.
so they may better love the air.
What do you say?
That was the worst lip sync I have heard in my, or seen,
What?
or heard, or whatever in my entire life. Why did you make that one out of copper and this one out of stone?
I think it might be like a. It might be just
He who crossed the Delaware
visually
with
interesting.
flaming
visually
sword
they're
and
going
wings
for.
of angels,
The little
watch
rule
over
of
me
cool.
and lend me strength,
I guess.
shield my mind from fear and doubt,
Oh wow.
so that I may
Hummingbirds.
hold
Oh, there's so
fast
many
all
hummingbirds by
advances.
my house right now.
Are there?
Like
By the sword
recently,
and
my
the
dad's
scroll
been going out
and the key.
and replacing the
Amen.
bird feeders.
Mm-hmm.
They're just everywhere, just constantly fighting over them.
That's
They,
hilarious.
They. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Get out of our
You just stole all the money I threw in there.
Only Providence. Just because the city flies don't mean
wiped
it ain't
away
got
my
its fair
wishes.
share of fools. All right.
Imagine like
on the
you
fire.
got a wish, like you legitimately get a wish from a fountain, and then somebody takes your coin
And it like
and just
deletes your wish.
just right on the spot. I wish I can fly. Just up in the air, falls to their death.
Would be hilarious. I've always wondered like how this city works. You know, just like everything floats. What does it float on? Because you can't see it. Is it heat? Like is it? Oh, they straight have engines on the bottom.
That'd be a lot of constant fuel. And
Yeah.
I don't see anything coming out of it. It must be some. It must be some sort of advanced sci-fi technology in the past.
We'll say it's Deus Ex Machina.
Perfect day for the celebration.
And this one's got like the engines.
There's balloons.
Right, the engines, the balloons, and a propeller. I don't know what they're
It's like
going
just
for. We got
an
everything.
amalgamation. And I love
I've
how
always
it's
thought
just,
this is cool.
I love how it's just pieces of the city coming at different times.
Right, well, yeah, but this one's just Hudson's Fine Clothing. So this is when he. Oh, this is like he doesn't.
These are his hours.
Right, he doesn't. That's his house, and then that's his business.
Oh wow.
And he just, screws off when he's done. He
See you
says,
guys.
"I'm closed," and screws off and says bye.
I'm off to go make drugs away from everyone else.
Never hide.
Dude, he could seriously just be like the best drug. Like,
Temperamental and unreliable lot.
like,
To a
how the
Wild-
cop's gonna get to him? He's across the
I told him
he's
that
in the
the
middle
park
of
is
the
And there's
freaking air.
no thing connecting to them, like, because how they travel around to get to these different places, like, if
Yeah,
there's
it's
an
like the
incident-
interlocking,
Because what are those things? Those
the tram,
those tram. They use that to like get around. But if he's separated from it,
skyline.
if he's separated from the skyline, they can't get to him. So he just sells drugs on the side, and then whenever he goes to show up for his clothing job,
Right, he just sticks it in a barrel at home or something.
he like it's all he like hides it somewhere else.
Right, so,
Comes
like
back.
attaches it to his balloon. Like this city is very interesting. I think I could run a pretty good Dungeons and Dragons campaign through like this kind of setting. It'd be very interesting. Like some of them just have these balloons. Football
I think a
balloons.
lot of them are just balloons.
Except for the large ones, I guess.
I'm not quite sure what that is. I think that might just be for equipment
Landing or taking
landing
off, maybe.
for if they break apart and they're doing a lot of movement, fast movement,
Or there's windy.
wind.
Dude, wind.
They're not
the
moving.
wind,
They're clearly
like,
not on right now.
A windstorm could be like detrimental.
Yeah.
Or tornado. Oh
Picking
my
the right
gosh.
event to attend on a day like
Hurricane.
today
That's why I
is serious
think
business.
possibly
Can't be everywhere at once. They'll always
they what might logically if a city
Columbia,
like this
Raffle, and Fair.
was like happening,
He's strong in the sword.
what would you would have
I've
to
always
strip?
said
Who is this girl?
best face.
Uh,
Warm temperatures and light variable wind throughout the afternoon.
they'd likely have
In short, a beautiful
because they'd
day
likely
for
be
the
moving
festivities,
from
Columbia.
area to area just through the
And now,
skies,
back to the
but
music.
they
There
don't.
you go.
I doubt they're in constant movement, so they would probably have anchors to keep them from moving around too much. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like a giant chain that just hooks them to the ground.
Would you care for a boutonniere? We're raising money for the Girls' Patriotic League.
The
Maybe next time.
patriotic.
You look dashing with one in your lapel.
Oh boy.
Come back if you change your mind.
I'm not going to be doing voxophones because screw those.
The what?
Voxophones. It's basically like a recording that you listen to. Screw them. In my opinion. Because none of them are that interesting in this one. Best music ever, if you're ever, interested in some good music, God only knows, just YouTube it, because I can't play it. I'll get dead. Copyrights in the strokes.
I am that kind of talk, friend.
Nice.
Oh, don't turn into some finked radical on me, John. I do not want to be.
Yeah, that's where they said I'd find her.
Telegram, Mr. DeWitt.
Oh.
Telegram for you, sir.
Oh my gosh. So
DeWitt,
bad.
stop.
Just
Do not
teleports
alert
in.
Comstock to
Just
your
imagine-
presence.
Just his
Stop.
mouth.
I know.
Whatever you
talks,
do, do
so
not
bad.
pick
Yeah.
number 77.
I just
Stop.
what I
Lieutenants.
find worse is the fact they just anytime you look up, he could teleport in front of you, and then you're stuck in an animation to watch him.
Right.
So he then just disappears.
By good day to you,
So this
sir.
child
Hello.
is like a what's the pseudoscience or whatever to explain teleportation? Is it? But it's like I don't really know if it's pseudoscience or what. Is it quantum physics or what's the
Like a particle existing in one place and another place at the same time.
that like every science fiction show uses to explain teleportation?
I have no idea.
No,
Therefore,
sir.
it's like,
No, ma'am. Those are figures I'm talking
something.
about.
It's not important.
Brought
It's
to
not
you
important, but
courtesy
just
of
imagine
Mr.
a kid
Jeremiah Fink
Knowing that,
himself.
who's using it.
Well, I mean, you can know about it. It's not going to allow
Young
you
sir,
to,
young miss, roll up and try
perform
the
it.
amazing power of bucking bronco. Find the devil, good sir, and cast him out. Do you have what it takes?
Protect the woman. The
Protect the
women.
women and the child.
And there's devil number one.
I'm surprised he's not freaking out more.
Devil number
Bursting
two.
apart every
Woo,
time he
he's
does
on a
this.
roll.
There's some pretty good players.
And that's three.
He knows about
We
this kind of
have a winner.
Who got win?
Here you go, friend. And remember, if you need it lifted, lofted, tossed, or
Those
tumbled,
dirty boxer at it
Bucking
again.
Bronco is
See them villains zipping around, spreading their lies and dissent. Good man. Now,
I love this
hit it
tutorial.
up and I'll get you a prize.
Like you can participate
And you can choose not to.
Yeah.
But there's a benefit to participating, aka money. There's an incentive.
Come out of the sky.
There's some tutorials out there that like take a while to get through,
And they're
but
just
if you like, some of them are annoying. But there's some that I really don't. It's a while to take to get through, but it also gives you a massive boost if compared to. So yeah, so if you know what you're doing, you have to decide whether or not you want to waste time in the tutorial so that you are better off, or skilled enough to get through. Yeah.
Never seen shooting like that. You earned this.
You know what I mean?
He's kind of
Keep the skies clear. Good man. Now take aim at
Good
my
man.
seen shooting like that. You earned this.
Dies. So yeah, in that cutscene thing, they also said.
right. Every single and then you could listen to like 3 different audio logs that said it, and then even I think even the people that you were like working with, like the sergeant and then that one chick, both of them were like, cut the limbs off because you know.
Because it sort of makes sense if they tell you. So I'm sitting there going,
well, yeah, I mean, it would make sense that they'd be like, by the way, we just figured this out.
Yeah, that makes sense. But just leave it there. Don't have to gain
so many different ways.
Don't have, I don't have to gain from so many different ways. Just have it once you're seen. The problem was they were afraid that
people would be too stupid.
Yeah, too stupid, and then things gained because they can't figure it out. Or if like journalists didn't then I don't think.
Right.
Natural gunslinger.
I'm gonna go to 20 in case it's like, haha, we got 20, but that prize is gone.
Marksmanship. The
You know.
Hawks defeated. Daisy Fitzroy slain. You, sir, shall be
Hello, lady, can I borrow that?
Have you ever looked a penny to a vending machine? It's just a whisper. They're all ears.
So,
we have a lot more stuff to talk about. What else do we have?
we've written down a whole list of things to talk about.
On that, don't break the fourth wall like that.
What?
What?
What? If you're so pissy about it, you just
Press
cut it out.
turn machine into allies.
Just cut it out.
I'm not gonna cut this out. It's part of the main game. I can't cut this out. Gosh darn it.
What the hell was that?
Now I'm gonna have to leave in the other thing. That you've done this.
Why?
Because it'll make it better. You've done this. You've done this. I'm probably not gonna be able to edit for the rest of the time. Just
So,
Have you ever seen anything like that?
Monster Hunter World.
Right.
Without a single segue because who needs them?
Well, if it isn't Assemblyman Buford, you're spawned at the Wrath of the Witch.
right.
Heads.
Or tails.
Come on,
Wait,
let me
is it these two
through.
again?
Heads.
Or tails.
Yes.
How did they get here?
They're always here.
They're always everywhere.
Heads.
Yes.
Told you.
I never find that as satisfying as I'd imagined.
Chin up. There's always next time.
I suppose there is.
I want to know why.
Because these guys always are playing with. So, basically, at the end of the game.
We won't leave until you do.
Yeah.
You have my word on that.
So, basically in this game, it has where
Look at that.
the lighthouse that we went through is kind of a
He looks just fine to me.
gateway to infinite universes that have different outcomes every time.
Yes.
And see, now they're gone. And they go to each one of those universes and say, does he say Tails, or does he ever hit Tails on any of the universes? And apparently on none of them I have so far. He always hits heads.
I wonder why
This little beauty.
Oh, those are but these weren't in there the last time I played this.
Out of the Skyline system. We gotta have the best.
What?
You got any openings in the group? Love to bust some bucks.
That's awesome. See, this is an example of it being so another universe just broken into ours.
I like how what's supposed to be the barrel of the gun wasn't even blowing on, he's blowing on his thumb.
Right.
What the?
Oh boy, I saved my boy. Boy, Satan's
So, Monster Hunter World comes out on PC.
Right.
August 9th.
Right.
And
Which year?
This year.
Which is?
2018. Okay. Which is the exact same day I go back to my senior year of high school.
We'll see about that. I'm
boy.
feeling
This is it. This is it.
You always feel
They'll figure you out.
Says one thing. I enjoy hot dogs. He lives in such and such town and such.
That's all it takes, man.
What was it, the Shia LaBeouf thing where they tracked down the flag?
Right.
The You Will Not Divide Us flag?
And now, the 1912 raffle has officially begun!
It doesn't.
Sorry,
It was
no
a
sale.
credit.
Silly.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Reddit
never a
will
charge
track,
for the
like,
raffle.
Recently,
You've been sleeping under a rock?
Like if they hit anyone,
77.
where they should have been arrested.
That's a lucky number.
Reddit will find them.
I'll be rooting for you.
Bring me
find a
the
picture
bowl!
of them, and then
Is
figure
that
out who
not
they
the
are.
prettiest young white girl in all of Colombia?
No, they just take
All
what
right,
they
then.
can see off their face,
The winner
and then have a picture of the actual person, and go,
number
oh, that's the same person. And you can immediately tell, too.
Number
So
77,
basically they go,
claim your
well, who's a big
prize.
leftist,
First round.
and who's a communist, and who lives in that area. And then they just go to Facebook pages of people who are like that.
Please don't do this.
It was me. It was all me. Please. Please.
It was all you? You guys are in a relationship. I don't think that's how that works.
Please, what are you doing?
Unless you were raping her.
Come on. Are you gonna throw it? Or are you taking your coffee black these days?
Let her go, please. I'm the one you want.
Oh, looks like we've got a shy
That's
one
something
here.
for you, son of a bitch.
Wait. It's him.
Now, where'd you get that brand, boy? Don't you know that makes you the backstabbing snake in the grass false shepherd?
And we ain't letting no false shepherd into our flock.
So, tell me about Monster
Show
Hunter.
them what we got planned, boys.
Monster Hunter World. About,
I don't really know a lot about the Monster Hunter. I know that.
Stop him! Stop him! The Falcon was
He
on the lead
exists.
on astray!
Move it. Move it.
Disconnect!
So, yeah.
Disconnect!
Monster Hunter World is about murdering giant monsters,
Right.
taking their resources, making better weapons and better armor
From them,
from the corpses of the monsters you killed, and then fighting bigger and better monsters. That's basically the idea of Monster Hunter World.
You got no chance.
Boom. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'll take you apart.
So, Monster Hunter World came out on...
Cover the gate. Flush him out now.
That's a good way to defend civilians. Just take them away.
I'm confused on how
It's already really close to death. Okay. 108 rounds. She said that was bad. Thanks. Glad you took the time out to say that to me.
Bitches in the park.
ahead way too much. I'll be better, I promise, once I get this. Yeah, the sensitivity.
Gotcha, Fox!
So, came out on PC. And it came out on console, is what I meant to say. PC version was set to be released 6 months later, and it's been about 6-7 months. I was wondering if it would actually, or if it was going to actually put anything up on Steam. They're waiting for
Is it a good multiplayer?
I don't. It's multiplayer works like except actually sort of. You play alone, or you play random people that you call in whenever you found them. Right. So I don't know how it works. I've never looked at footage of just gameplay for the game simply because I was waiting for PC so I could play it. So I didn't want too much spoil.
It's getting hot.
So,
what's going on?
You don't actually know that much about it.
It's the best looking monster in the game. If you die,
Vigor. Yes. Kiss. Well, you only live once.
Vigor.
So you recently got into VR. Get the try.
For a while, I just wasn't interested. I was waiting for VR to improve, get better. Right. I never tried it before.
That wasn't no
I didn't
sample.
think it was all that good.
Right.
But Jar Jar here owns Oculus. That
right.
Oh boy. So let me try it out, and I was very impressed. I was afraid I would have like extreme dizziness issues and stuff like that. I thought that's just because of the games, specific games I'm playing, which is and in-depth, a little bit in-depth, and Gorm is so good. I love the movement system, like where you swing your arms.
Yeah, and I think that would work well in a lot of other games. It does tire you out after a little bit, but I don't care about being lazy. It's a VR game.
It feels a lot more natural,
right?
Rather than just moving and then without your legs moving. So with the swinging of your arms to pull yourself forward,
and if it was a little bit faster, it wouldn't hurt. Like the movement speed, it's kind of slow and going, which works for it.
I think it's on purpose because if you
if you can move fast, it wouldn't work. But in a lot of games, I think it'd be a good.
Why are you following me?
We were only here.
Why are
with
you following us?
I don't know if it would work for first-person shooters, or just shooters in general. I'm not quite sure if it would.
What was that?
Surprising.
Surprising that it worked.
Surprising that it didn't kill him.
But a magnetic repulsive field around one's body can come in handy.
If it doesn't kill you.
A fair point.
What is it? That I was talking about. VR. Yeah, VR. I often just instantly forget what I was last talking about.
Because we see something interesting on the screen.
ADHD.
Blood on the streets. And worse is the insult. Because today is the day that marks our submission.
Whoa! Damn hook must be magnetized.
Oh, this is... That's where it came from.
Alright.
So, yeah, pretty good.
I think it's good. So, like, and it's gonna be like crap. There's gonna be a lot of crap.
Yes. I'm interested in seeing just games made like full. It's policy full games developed for VR.
Right, actual like AAA games.
Legit games rather than just like most of them are just partial games. The big companies, they don't actually want to put
all that effort in. I want to get a little, because there's not a lot of people who own it.
Yeah, it's too expensive for
too niche market
for players to actually get hold of. But
once it's made readily available, then
I really want a VR game to, like, a company to take risks. Just take the risk. Because if they make a big VR game, it's likely going to
encourage people to buy the VR.
Yeah, if there is no big VR game, most VR players will likely
if they make it like massively multiplayer, it'd also be super popular.
I don't know.
Well, I think it could be better multiplayer.
Yeah.
Like multiplayer oriented, because it could be an e-sport. Boy, that counts. I mean, they're already getting into VR. There's one that's similar to Counter-Strike.
Everyone stand off and lock the doors if you can. The Bronco will saw this day would come. Prepared. The answer is not in panic, but in prayer.
Wait, is that? Wait a second. I just realized.
What do you
Booker
expect
DeWitt's
these poor
voice
Negroes to
actor.
do?
Tim, the one they're after. Go. They're looking for you.
Oh yeah, is this the room where the big guy comes in, fiery guy?
Keep your voice down.
I think I haven't seen much of the game, but like it's up to around this point that I've seen.
Right.
And there's like a dude's gonna show up. Spoiler, everybody! Oh boy, be prepared for a fight. With VR on Gorn, there's something you can unlock, the gauntlets.
Right.
What are they called?
Cestus.
Yeah, the Cestus. They, there's different Cestus you can unlock.
Right.
And...
Well, they'll see it when I play it.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to describe the game.
There's one of them that
In
is
particular.
Like we said, increasing movement speed makes things significantly easier, and just by the way, it's like significantly easier to do much more quickly than right? And if you use custom mode, you can change gravity and keep it flying.
Right.
and it is terrifying because your body feels like you're literally falling. It's
Oh no, I died. Yeah.
So the jumping is tied to the cestus, so rather than just like moving forward by swinging your arms,
what just happened?
You jump when you swing your arms. Right. So you can't just like, it's not, so if you have gravity set up high, you can't just like forward. You go, you just fly.
Close in.
Wipe him out!
I think he has like a suit that can make souls. Continue to cast. Yeah. Figures are basically magic spells. He's playing mana suit.
Gentlemen, the false shepherd is loose in the streets of our city. Will you suffer the shame of to fall prey to assassination? For your
What do you think phone games?
Recently? Phone games have been crap. And they're really gimmicky and there's some they continuously get worse. I also don't like people who play phone games and then they claim that they are like part of the gamer community. I feel like they have like a voice, which you don't. You're just, it's not your hobby. You haven't made it your hobby. It's just something you do in your world. You don't go out and actually try and specifically do that.
I have a slightly different opinion than Jar Jar here.
What's your opinion on that one?
Like, I'm fine with a phone gamer to like consider themselves a gamer because
right, well, you can consider yourself a gamer, but you're not the same. Don't act like you're the same. Because you definitely don't get the same stigma gamers do. Like somebody like me who has a supercomputer built for gaming, people go, what? And they look at you like some kind of weird creature. Because they're
playing video games.
Right, but it's like their phone can be used for so many different things. Like a businessman can have a phone and have like, you know, like Angry Bird on it and no one's gonna say anything. But if that guy had like an Xbox 360 and it was like a CEO, they're like, why do you have an Xbox 360, right?
Mm-hmm.
They look at him like he's a weirdo.
I don't think people would look at it. I don't know. I don't think that happened. Depends on like what kind of CEO you are.
Well, if anyone, I don't really think it matters. If anyone was freaking, what I think of that.
I like how you shot both of his eyes.
If anyone is like they looked at like, their crap because they play video games, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're like 99 years old. That's stupid.
And so, the prophet led us into Peking, where we demonstrated to the soul below the true mission of our
they like
and when the man and hit
Basically the KKK.
Washington
Wait, they hate. Oh, okay. So they idolize. Yeah, that's a bit ridiculous. That actually, they try and make sure you're in the you have moral high ground, but the people you're just senselessly slaughtering. So like these people, you're completely moral and murdering.
No grave.
This ties into something that's happening with Far Cry 5,
right?
Where people were wanting
gray area.
Yeah, they were wanting gray area,
just
for some reason, where there was never any intent. They always meant for you to have the superior high ground, where there's no point in having some kind of discussion.
No dialogue.
No dialogue. You're just meant to slaughter them. Because it's a playground for you to do all kinds of crazy, wacky stuff. And
kill animals.
Yeah, and so...
Not a game for vegans. Just putting that out there. If you're vegan to save the animals, but if you're not vegan to save the animals, then just go ahead and shoot them.
I'm gonna go murder some evil villains, and then I'm going to, go hunting with,
Nice.
With, my, shovel. Rocket launcher shovel.
Rocket launcher shovel?
Yeah, they added that in, like, there's an update where everybody loved the shovel. Just murdering people with a shovel. Why? Because it's like ridiculously satisfying.
I never hit anyone with a shovel.
I mean, the thing is, it's not whacking them. You take it and you throw it like a spear.
No way.
Seriously, and it kills, nearly one-shots everything.
Wait, maybe I didn't play Far Cry. I didn't play Far Cry 5. That's mine. Okay, that's me.
A lot of people were like sad about Far Cry 5, and it's like, why isn't there political drama? It's like, no, maybe it's because none of the Far Cry games have ever had any sort of political drama.
Right.
They've never been any kind of dialogue.
Right. They kept to the original, which I appreciate.
They
often
just, this time
sometimes sequels. Dawn of War 3. Sometimes sequels don't quite get what the original was supposed to be, and just do a horrible job, and are bad. Dawn of War 3. And it's sad to see Dawn of War 3, because it just, you like the original, you wanted all I wanted was a graphical upgrade to Dawn of War 3, but they didn't do that. And you're upset when that happens. Chinese prison. I don't know if you noticed that. Yeah, I didn't even know he was Chinese. I thought he was just a guy. He is just he's dead. No, he's alive. Not anymore.
Was his skin like
ripped off by ravens?
I mean, it looked like his skin was like boiling, or is it just the blood?
Just so much blood. I heard noise.
So the thing is, like, a lot of people thought that and Blank kind of attacked Ubisoft for promoting the game in such a way to make people think that it was going to be this game that it wasn't. But if you look at all of the footage, if you go back right now, like, look at all it never talks about anything. It just looks like your typical Far Cry game set in.
Oh well, yeah, the one where they're like supposed to be killing like freaking random dudes.
What you're doing is you're killing even cultists.
Right.
They're a doomsday cult that are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. That one. I was thinking about the other one. So basically, yeah, I was thinking Far Cry 4. So basically, yeah, the leftists were like, oh, I really want it to be like political and yeah, that's what they wanted.
So people,
They wanted it so bad.
The games journalists kept on talking about what they thought the game was going to be without actually looking at any of the footage.
This is what they always do.
They're just like, it's set in America, it must be a political drama. So everybody thought the game was going to be like a current state of affairs. Because had no intention and just look at it. See, evil bad guy wants to kill people
for reasons.
For reasons that are evil.
He has something he wants, and he is having difficulty getting it because of these people. This is why he is killing these people.
And people really wanted a voice protagonist, so that they
could hate voice protagonists.
They wanted a voice protagonist so that they could hear the person have a discussion.
I can get to Monument Island from that station.
Freaking play Mass Effect if that's what you're going for.
If
not Far Cry. Are you serious?
Far Cry has never been like, never had that in it. Why would it just do that now? Right. It wouldn't work too, because these people are insane. They're clearly evil, and
they're cultists.
And the cultists that believe in ridiculous
okay, I don't
stuff.
know if you know this, but cultists are particularly difficult to talk to. Especially when they start changing words.
I can't remember. His eyes were bigger than that.
After him!
For a second, I thought it was the couple from earlier, and you just shot them.
No, they were chill. They were chill. This chick is trying to describe me to the police and doing a horrible job. That is not what I look like.
Wow, his eyes were bigger.
and she was gonna say "and squinted" because that's the actual line she uses.
Oh,
she's a bit of a racist.
She thinks you're
freaking Chinese.
Because you're evil, you must be a minority.
That's hilarious.
You gonna get me?
So yeah, back to
we got lit up. Far Cry.
Back to Far Cry. So with the voice protagonist, they wanted people want to have a discussion, so which doesn't make any sense, because having a legitimate discussion with someone whose beliefs are batshit insane
it's a cultist.
Doesn't, like, do you want them to just continuously say slavery is bad? I do indeed believe slavery is bad. Like, you just want them to continuously name off things that are bad. You see something that is evil, you want the character to reaffirm your beliefs by stating, this thing is evil, or this thing is righteous. Racism is indeed evil. Like, you need somebody, a video game character that doesn't exist, to confirm something that
should be innate knowledge,
innate common sense. So yeah,
that's interesting.
All right. Was his hand turning into a raven?
Right. So, yes, it was. We are gonna hit the episode here.
Oh no!
And we'll see you guys as we talk more about Far Cry in the next one. Bye.